Enjoy your summer. Bye, Trevon.
Someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. When the stars are
Feliz Navidad.
home and frozen sneaking
Feliz Navidad.
me, you, and that future. We just begun on the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days. Somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon. We just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret.
Good morning, everyone, and here we are this morning. It is the English B, otherwise known as the literature examination, and we have some persons here this morning to interview. Demario, how are you feeling about the exam today, Demario?
On the grass dreaming.
That tells you a lot. I got the bombastic side eye just now, everybody. What about you, Nevaeh? How are you feeling this morning? Oh, my dear, look at that hairstyle. Yeah, Miss Dasha Beauty, how are you feeling this morning about the exam? Hysterical, she says. I don't know if she knows what hysterical means, but her behavior certainly does not. Listen, come on, Kelly, what about you? How are you feeling this morning? Yes, we're not trying to stay calm. Oh, we have some newcomers on the horizon, Miss Joy and Miss Haley. How are you feeling about the exam this morning? Oh, and Joy Heiser. But, ladies and gentlemen, nevertheless, we wish all of them well, and we know that they will be victorious.
Come so far, I guess I'm proud, and I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my.
Featured speaker and former head girl of the class of 2016, Dr. Jakaila Hewitt. Acting principal of the Alleyne School, Reverend Stephen Scott. Deputy principal, Mr. Troy Phillips. Former principal of the Alleyne School and principal of the Commonwealth School, Miss Julia Beckles, or our specially invited guests, Mr. Antoine Holder, Mr. Kevin Smith, and Mr. Anthony Seeley, members of our teaching staff here at Alleyne and our support staff, graduates, our parents, family, and friends. Good morning.
Good morning.
No. Good morning. If I sounded a little bit cold, don't let me feed off on y'all, but good morning, everyone. Okay, that sounds a little better. For those of you who may not know me, and that should not be the case, I am Tameisha, the Master of Ceremonies for this morning and the Senior Teacher of this wonderful group of young people that you see seated up front here. We've come this far. We've come this far. And I would have, based on our mantra, I would have separated our program today into sections. Our P today will be by perseverance. September 2018 saw the beginning of many firsts. My first time as a senior teacher to a group in first form, their first time in secondary school, and the first step in a journey that will challenge all of us in ways we could not imagine. Within days, I knew all 135 of them by name and quickly began to know them by nature. The adventurously artful 1A, the larger-than-life 1L, the energetically eager 1E, the yammering youths 1Y, and the nifty and nimble 1N. Each of them had their own unique character, and we couldn't wait to see how they would develop. The first year was one to be remembered. To say we persevered is just scraping the tip of the iceberg. Another first was the loss of one of our students, Maya. I know she would have loved to be here today, and I would have been so proud to be wishing her congratulations on a job well done. But in true form, these students kept you going. The boys with their early morning jaunts down to the pond and have us wondering where they were. The girls and they all got beef with her drama. And those who would find me in whatever class I was teaching, I'm convinced to this day that they knew my timetable better than I did. No matter where I was, they would find me to complain about something. A highlight for me was seeing them lead out at your assemblies. Some of them shy and nervous, others boldly taking charge. These were the young leaders of this year group. Then it was off to second form. Though we lost a few for various reasons, the entire group was going on to the next level. For 2 glorious terms, our rambunctious preteens took Riverside on their backs. Some joined our troop on this part of the journey. But then alas, as we all know, March 19, 2020, we got the fateful news that Barbados was on lockdown. This was another first. No one knew quite how education would take place, but we persevered. To be continued. At this time, I want you to join me and welcome our acting principal of the Alleyne School, Reverend Stephen Scott, as he gives the principal's remarks.
Master of Ceremonies and Senior Teacher of the 5th years, Mrs. Tameisha Cole, Special Guest Speaker, Dr. Jakaila Hewitt, Deputy Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Mark Brooms, Deputy Principal, Mr. Troy Phillips, former Principal, Ms. Julia Beckles, former Head of Science, Mr. Anthony Seeley, other specially invited guests, staff of the Alleyne School, parents, guardians, graduates, good morning.
Good morning.
After the first 2 years of secondary school, as you have heard just now, followed by an almost 2-year period of online instruction due to COVID, and a period of attending school in a hybrid situation, the 5th year students returned to the Alleyne School en masse on September 19, 2022. I had the honor of being their principal for this final full year of secondary school. As time passed in the 2022 to 2023 academic year, I became au fait with these extraordinary young people as they strove for excellence against the odds. They had to readjust and readjust quickly to the hustle and bustle of waking up, having breakfast or not, because I saw them at certain kiosks at certain times in the morning, catching the bus to school, praying that it will arrive on time, then standing in the sun and waiting to board these buses to return home every evening for 30 weeks, hoping the bus will get them to their destinations after having to alight the bus to walk over whichever hill, and reboard the bus or wait for a replacement vehicle to arrive. Many evenings as I left thinking that they had arrived at home, my vehicle was flagged down by one of them to say, "Sir, you need to stay with us." During each day, I would traverse the school's campus watching these students engage in study and having to wait for lunch to start at 12:25 p.m. while watching their junior counterparts going to lunch at 11:45 a.m. How they were so exuberant to say, "Sir, we want a later lunch." They worked on their SBAs studiously and gladdened their teachers' hearts as they met the deadlines given for the SBA submissions. In addition to the studies, these young men and women participated in many extracurricular activities and responsibilities, representing the school, bringing glory to themselves, their parents, and the school. These activities included assisting primary schools in various activities such as independence and sports days, being involved in the community service program, assisting in the office or with the lunches with Mrs. Lynch, participating in the $20 Entrepreneur Challenge, Black History Month celebrations, the Fair Vending Commission Fridays, the Business Readiness Seminar, as well as the Inter-School Mr. Executive Challenge. These young men and women participated in the school's Students' Council, the Barbados Youth Parliament, and also used their talents in music, whether it was singing or playing a musical instrument, and represented the school during the Ministry of Education's lunchtime concerts or National Cultural Foundation's concerts. These young men and women gave themselves to training and practice, staying behind to engage in these activities willingly, knowing that they would face transportation challenges after, but did not mind that as their eyes were set on the goal of achievement. So what did these fabulous group of young people achieve? First place in the Joseph Payne Classic Field Event Finals. First place in the Inter-School Field Event Finals. Second place in the Inter-School Volleyball competitions. Most catches award in the Under-19 Cricket Championship, namely Mr. Rashad Gill. Mr. Gill, are you here? Stand so people can see you. I will not say that I asked him to do that, but I did that because of his family nature. Semi-finalists in the Under-19 football competition. Quarter-finalists in the Under-16 football competition. Third place in the Inter-School Cricket competition. 5th place in the girls and 8th place in the boys in the Barbados Secondary Schools Athletic Championships. Most improved school in the Barbados Secondary Schools Athletic Championship. Participating in the Pan Am Games, earning a silver medal there only last week, and being awarded the Emerging Youth Athlete Award for Barbados 2023 in the Barbados Athletic Association Awards ceremony. This is no other than Mr. Adrian Maynard. Mr. Adrian Maynard, are you here? You have come this far by having great determination, setting your goals, finding the path to obtain those goals, making sacrifices to attain those goals, seeking assistance where needed, encouraging each other, striving to reach your goals. These same tenets I wish you to live by as you commence another segment of your journey. Life will be a bed of roses, as there will be the beautiful good days and the negative days. But no matter what comes your way, put God first and move forward in faith, following Philippians 3:14, which says, I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly praise for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling you. May God bless you as you continue your journey.
Deputy Chairman of the Board of Management, Mr. Mark Williams, featured speaker and former head girl of the class 2016, Dr. Jakaila Hewitt, acting principal, Reverend Stephen Scott, deputy principal, Mr. Troy Phillips, past principal, Ms. Julia Beckles, other specially invited guests, members of staff, fellow graduates.
Congratulations, we've made it this far. I know it has not been exactly the easiest journey, but we did what we had to do, and I'm super proud of us all, and I know our teachers and parents are as well. The wait is officially over. Today is a great day to celebrate with our family. A day we've been waiting on since we entered first from 5 years ago, Monday, September the 10th, 2018 to be exact. Who would have thought that we could be graduating so quickly? Look at us, all grown up, still growing and learning. The idea of graduation or graduating might be different for some of us. For instance, for some of us, it's finally finishing secondary school and time to get on with our life, maybe find a job or just be free. For others, it's where a new chapter of furthering our education begins, maybe college, university, or even sixth form. I personally prefer option 2. I remember my first day of school by the bus stop with my mom, my auntie, my cousin, and there was another girl, and at that point in time, I didn't know her, but who knew that we would become inseparable? Hi, Zaria. Who knew that 1Y would be the most hardest and disruptive class out of us all? I enjoyed all 5 years that I have spent here at Alleyne. I had some amazing teachers and made some loving friends. It's such a privilege that we get to graduate today, even though one of our own didn't make it with us, and she has not been forgotten. May Naya continue to rest in peace. It will not be graduation without mentioning her. My fellow graduates, we made it this far. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Go ahead. Sugar Mama on.
While in the online environment, some of us worked just as hard or even harder than in the face-to-face. Time was spent ensuring lessons could be transferred to online, learning new platforms, setting up various ways of assessing and learning, and doing our best to ensure that all students had some sort of access to their classes. I remember the mornings of meeting online. Silly me was eager to start the day and excited to see the students' faces online. But all I saw were these little black boxes with letters in them. When you beg them to turn on their cameras, and probably get like one or two that would flick on, but then quickly flick off. And many, unfortunately, could not rouse themselves to get out of bed to make our 9 o'clock assembly, leaving me very disappointed. Some of them, they were beds. Nevertheless, though, many of us continue to show respect for the efforts of your parents, and your teachers. Some were eager to learn online, having their learning areas set up at home and showing off their pictures. Others, we know, had some challenges, but the important part is that you all tried. For the next year, I watched these young men and women adapt to the changes in the world. Though they may not understand it now, one day, your experience will have younger generations in awe, and you will look back at these days and be amazed at how far you have come. The students should recall that over the years, each term I have used several themes, and one word that we kept reinforcing is respect, not only for those in authority, but also for your peers, and don't forget yourself. This is something we firmly believe here at the Alleyne School. To be continued. Please join with me, and I'm going to invite our Deputy Chairman of this Board of Management, Mr. Mark Bruns, to give his remarks. Please welcome Mr. Mark Bruns.
Good morning to all. Master of Ceremonies, Tameisha Cole. Principal, Mr. Stephen Scott. Deputy Principal, Mr. Troy Phillips. Feature Speaker, Dr. Jakaila Hewitt. Members of staff, both teaching and non-teaching, former principal of the Alleyne School, and now principal of the Commonwealth School, Miss Julia Beckers, graduates, parents. I am Mark Bruns, Deputy Chairman of the Alleyne School Board of Management. On behalf of the Chairman, Ms. Tameisha, who extends her apologies for her absence due to prior engagement. However, she sends her congratulations to the graduates and wishes you all success in all of your future endeavors. On behalf of myself and the remaining Board of Management of the Alleyne School, I also want to extend congratulations, and we would wish you all the students, all the graduates, I should say, God's blessing, and may you all succeed in whatever you choose to do in the future. Once again, I bid you all welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bruns.